Hello, everybody. We are live with Ravenloft Misfits, just like every week. And I see that Ziggy has changed their name to Ziggy Overlord of the Seas. I love it.
Hello, Ziggy.
That's amazing. I'm Jonny. I'm the DM for this campaign. And if you want a list of all the cast names, socials, and all of that stuff, please check out the chat or the episode description. We stream Ravenloft Misfits each Monday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, excluding the last Monday of each month, mostly. This month, we're going to be just doing another one since we missed 2 weeks, and we're just going to continue the story along. So next week, we have something that's going to be exciting, but we still need to figure out a few things. So check us out next month's last Monday. It'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, please make sure to follow us, subscribe to the channel, participate in chat, and if you're watching the recording, please like, comment, and share it with your friends. Yeah, and if you're listening to the podcast, please consider rating the channel and leaving us a review and all that. It helps with getting our stuff out there, and that's what we aim to do.
Yeah, we'd also like to take the time to thank our supporters of our campaign, and first of all, we'd like to thank our main sponsor, Roll20. So if you're watching the stream and you're looking for a way to get together with friends online, Roll20 is a fabulous and great way to do so. You can check them out at roll20.net or check the chat or episode description for a direct link. Last week, we're doing another giveaway, which I'm sure Jonny will be happy to talk about either now or in a second.
I would love to. I would love to. So during the break, when we finally go to break, I will let you know the secret word that we're going to be using, and then I'll open up the giveaway. But we're giving away the Monster of the Week Mystery Bundle. It is filled with awesome Monster of the Week content that uses the Powered by the Apocalypse system. It's created by Evil Hat Productions. We're going to be giving it away during the break, so go ahead and tune in and stay here until the break. It has 30 different mysteries and all the rules you'll ever need to play it, so it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah,
and
stick around.
I think the bundle we're giving away, it's just the mystery bundle that has 7 adventures. Is that correct? So you'll get.
No, I thought it said 30.
Is it all 30?
I'm pretty sure it said 30.
Oh damn! The picture I have is from the Roll20 one, and that I think it was 7, but.
I will double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 30.
It's a free bundle, so
you get free stuff. So stay in there until the break, and you'll be able to get a chance to win that. Yeah, and besides Roll20, we also want to thank Sirenscape for allowing us to use their awesome application that is filled with epic sounds and music that are true to the Barovian experience. If you're interested, you can find a link in the chat in the episode description.
Shoot. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
I apparently never updated the cameras on that slide. Whoopsies.
Nice. We're back.
We're back.
Anyways, all good. Here we are with a episode recap of number 13, Dinner and Politics. The Misfits sobered up before heading over to Lady Fiona Walker's dinner invitation. And after sobering up, you were able to walk over there with Ismark leading. After seeing guards coming your way, you were able to get out of sight until they finally passed. Then you approached the manor unseen. The food and wine was wonderful, and you were each given an apology by the 2 Wachter brothers that had been a bit of an issue in the streets before. Lady Wachter told you that she only wants the best for the town, and that the burgomaster is not that. She told you of a prophecy that she was told, and that there would be visitors that came to these lands, and that they would bring light back to Valakai. And she only requested that if you find any evidence of the burgomaster abusing power, to let her know. She also did state that the burgomaster's son had killed her daughter, Stella, and that any information about his whereabouts and plans would be welcomed. After dinner, you all went back to the tavern, ate, drank, and then retired after telling Rictavia to basically fuck off. And when you slept, Strahd came to visit. After charming Ismark, he entered the room and fed his blood to Ireena, who quickly returned to her younger self after fixing his jewel, Tatiana, what he said. Strahd attempted to drink Ireena's blood, but before he could, he reeled back and wiped away the blood that he had on his face, looking confused as to why he could no longer drink her blood. But he took a bow, stating that it was just a gift, and then vanished, just as everybody awoke from the sound of Ireena scaring awake. So, with that, we all awaken in your rooms. What would you all like to do?
I think Ireena would be just like kind of in shock, like frozen in shock at this point, at everything, kind of just like holding her neck, like staring frozen in shock at the window that he just left from.
Yeah, the window is still open. It is very cold. It is very dark. And you all wake up to the scares that Ireena had suddenly had from waking up from that terror that you had. Except, most notably, Ismark. He seems to be dead asleep in his own bed, facing the opposite wall from everyone else.
Well, I am in the other room.
Yeah.
Did she scream out
Grim,
loud? Or?
Logan and Johans are in the other room. They are... Grim, Logan, go ahead and do a perception check just to see if you were able to hear the sudden scaring awake of Ireena.
Didn't I?
imagine
I did.
probably
I had an
can.
18 perception check last night. Would that have been part of that, or do you want me to roll again?
Sure.
I mean, I don't care if
think-
you want me to roll again. It just
No, I think that was part of your like lookout. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that an 18 covers that. And yes, you would definitely hear some sort of commotion happening on the other side of the wall.
I smack Johans. Something's going on.
I'll get up and say, like, what's the matter? Is everything okay? What's wrong? And I'll like go up over to Ireena and be like, you're looking better.
You
Am I? I mean, he was right there.
Do I see the?
He.
Okay,
You do.
Then
She pulls her hands
like,
away, and she's just like pointing to the window, motioning like. He came in. He was here.
Okay, then I go like very frantically, like checking her out, like getting a good look at it, trying to make sure if she's okay.
sure.
I'm gonna like open her mouth and I see the teeth.
Yeah. Go ahead and do a medicine check.
Yeah.
Just an overall.
I'm like, oh no. Like, okay, we
Shake
have
check.
to just be sure that you're. Oh no.
At least you got your beauty sleep.
I had a nightmare. It was I don't think that's beauty sleep, Blaire.
I feel like I would probably be approaching the door at this point and like
Yeah.
John's is right behind. as
burst it
well.
open.
You
What's-
try to open up the door, but it hits something.
Oh yeah, Katya's bed.
Mm-hmm.
Katya's
Oh.
bed is in front of the door.
Forgot about that.
Blaire, would you go stand the door and keep them out till I figure this out?
Keep them
Katya.
out.
Keep them out.
Yeah, I can do that.
You-
I like
you take a
slide
look.
through.
You take a look and you see that, surprisingly, the wounds of the fangs aren't deep. It looks like whatever reason, it seems like it was a quick jab and then immediately out.
Okay. And I
Doesn't
don't
seem
see
like
any like
she lost any
veining
blood or anything
or
like
any
that.
like
Nothing.
I don't know, poison or whatever. Okay. So I'm like, apart from your flip-flopping of ages, do you feel okay? Do you feel any urges, any new sort of phenomenon, anything at all?
I
You hungry,
no.
thirsty? Okay, that's good.
urges. I have the urge to punch him in the face next time I see him.
Yes,
he
okay,
just came into the room. How did he come into the room through the window?
Yes, that's very natural either way. Okay, I think...
I was watching one moment, and then I must have drifted off to sleep. Ismark, what are you doing? She kicks his bed.
As you kick his bed, he shoots up. He's like, Ireena, run! And he is terrified. He's breathing extremely quick, looking around the room, looking towards you. Oh, God.
I'll just like...
What did I
think...
do?
We slept. We should, in hindsight, we probably should have been a little better about it.
I try to kick the door down.
Okay. Go ahead and do a strength check.
I hold the door on the other side.
A 20 strength, my goodness.
What's going on in there? You guys okay?
Everything's fine. I push against
Blaire,
the
go
door
ahead and do a
back.
contested.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, shit.
That was a
Even
plus
with the
7.
save, even with the save too, yeah.
I'm very
Okay, so-
tired and very distracted.
Strong.
Oh, is that? I realized it the same.
The
Either
bed
way.
is not the same length of the room, so the door opens. Blaire, you, at the scare of Ismark waking up, you look over, and that's just enough for Logan to open up the door, and inside you see that Ireena had been bitten, and the window open.
You okay?
I mean,
I think she's okay. I don't think he actually infected her or got her in anything. I think, Ireena, you're going to be okay.
technically, yes. Technically, I'm okay. My back doesn't hurt anymore, and I'm young again. Yes, I'm who I'm supposed to be. And
Back to yourself, yes. Which is a miracle, honestly. Look, I'm not saying what happened was good or okay or at all comforting. Like, obviously, we need to take action against this. This is a terrifying thing that's happened, but at least you're not like me.
I
Close the
can't
door,
become
close
like,
the
I can't-
window, and turn around, close the window, and shut the door, and listen. It's probably best we cover up those. I grab my turtleneck and you should probably cover that up. We don't want people getting the wrong idea. Don't want to cause a fuss around here. People are paranoid.
That's why I have this.
Mhm.
I'll cover it up.
Okay.
And she pulls her collar of her shirt up too.
We'll figure this out.
He is so stupid. He tried to bite me, but nothing. He can't take my blood. He's stupid. He can't just do whatever he wants anymore.
Well, it's good to know we have some sort of advantage over him.
I'm sorry, Ireena. This is all my fault.
It's
I just put you in the most danger possible.
no, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. He's a monster. He is a monster. I mean, you can't be too hard on yourself. But that's why we have to be careful.
I don't understand. How could it have been your fault, Ismark?
Because I wasn't. I literally opened the window for him. I don't know what happened. I wasn't strong enough to fight his damn magic.
Well, he forced you. It's not like you wanted him to come inside.
But that's the thing. I felt like I did.
In Eyes of the Grave, as Grim Logan kind of walks kind of closer to Ismark, kind of just scanning him.
Sure. Nothing.
I think whatever it was that was affecting you is clearly not affecting you anymore. You feeling okay outside of...
I feel awful. But I don't know. I don't think that I have any other effects on me. Anyways, I'm glad to see that you're okay, Ireena. I'm somebody else should keep watch. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Ismark, don't
Rolls
be.
over.
She like kind of pats his back. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay.
He puts his hand on your hand, pats it, and then slowly removes it from him.
Well, on the bright side, one problem is solved, but another seems to present itself.
Goes to show that he doesn't care where we are. He'll follow you wherever.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe it was perhaps a coincidence or convenience of being nearby, but he has some strange, disturbing, stalking fixation, and I don't understand it. She like takes out her notebook and starts trying to write down like everything that happened like in her dream and what happened that she can remember. What part of what, just to clarify, what part of what he said did she actually hear?
You didn't hear what he was saying. It seemed like he was saying that for himself, and that was more of like an omniscient camera seeing what Strahd was doing to you while you were asleep.
Okay, so I'm more so like I saw him like I woke up seeing him reel back, basically.
Right. The first thing you saw, you felt a pain in your neck in your dream, but the first thing you saw and heard like outside of your dream was him kind of coming back confused and then wiping away the blood, bowing and saying, consider
Like
it a gift, and then disappearing.
Got you. He said to consider it a gift. Why? I don't know why this creepy, monstrous of a whatever he is. Why would he want to give me a gift? I am just one woman in this cursed land. I should have no significance to him.
Like you said, he has some strange obsession with you.
It's not a new thing, right? He was fixated on you back in the village, right?
He was, but I was hoping that perhaps it was due to the close vicinity, or
maybe we're still too close.
And
well,
you have absolutely no idea. I know I've asked you this before, but you have no idea why this could be.
I don't.
Does Strahd have any known lovers or anything like that? Then perhaps you look like them? Or some strange thing like that?
Maybe he likes girls with red hair. I don't know.
Have we seen many people with red hair?
Black, brown, sometimes, I mean, white because of old age, but never have you seen someone with red hair.
Well, one person.
Well, yes. Well, I guess your hair kind of turns red too, so two people. But yours is
one and a half.
Fire.
Mine's more of a
fire
gin.
But
because
as far as people go, as like that we've seen in Barovia.
outside of Ireena, no.
Maybe he has some strange. I don't know.
Even Ismark has blonde hair. Well, I mean,
yeah. Ismark has blonde hair, right?
but Ismark and Ireena don't really look alike in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While everybody's talking, Johans is gonna pull on his boots quietly. Just gonna head downstairs and go outside.
Okay.
And he's gonna look around the grounds in the area outside the window that Strahd presumably entered the house.
All right. Go ahead and do a perception check.
I'll go down there with Johans as well.
Cool. I was going to say with disadvantage because you don't have dark vision, but since Grim is going with, you can now have advantage since he has dark vision.
13.
13.
Couldn't be investigation though, because I'm a private detective.
Unfortunately, no, not in this case. But you begin walking out towards the first floor of the tavern.
I forgot it was nighttime.
Yeah. You guys have not yet finished your long rest, just so you know.
Okay.
But you make your way out and taking a look outside. One of the hard things to see is you have to go outside of the rain cover balcony thing, roofing, whatever it's called. And in order to see the side of your room, and you can see that the window is clearly open. Some of the curtain is flowing out with the wind, but looking around, there's no signs of any sort of piece that might lead you to Strahd or anything like that. It
no
doesn't.
footprints on the
It
mud.
It looks like the window is open, and that's it. Like a smooth criminal.
Or more like a punk ass
he
bitch.
Oh, yeah. So I just wanted to bring it up to the stream. The shirt, one of my friends gave me this shirt, and it says Strahd von Zarovich is a punk ass bitch. And then one of the funniest things about it is that it's green. And so it's mixing with my green screen behind me.
Oh my god.
Is that what it is? I thought it was like
Anyways.
holographic.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
holographic
right.
too.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
oh,
it's
cool.
green.
holographic.
It's just
Mm,
there we go. You can kind of see it now that it's like moving around.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fun.
That's cool.
Anyways,
What
so
a
I
punk
look like
ass
I have a
bitch.
hole in me.
That's
So anyways.
great. That's great.
Also, side note, it's not really a super DRL, but I want to do a shout out to the DM's Lair YouTube channel because they did a video fairly recently that was a very great explanation of the difference between a perception check and an investigation check. And I will, I'll find it real fast and I'll link it in the chat and I'll send it
Sure.
to you, Joel, because it's perfectly like it makes total sense with how he explains it. And a good rule of thumb.
So,
in general. Anyways.
Sweet.
With you all looking outside, finding nothing, what would you all like to do?
So we haven't finished the short rest, right? The long rest. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah, you guys basically were woken up mid long rest. So I consider this you're given an hour in between or 2 hours in your long rest where you can be like on watch and kind of like walking around doing light activity. So I will consider this to be each of yours 2 hours that you can walk around and do stuff before you actually have to finish up
Okay.
that last
I'm
2 hours of
gonna-
rest for the 8 hours.
In that case, I'm going to go back upstairs. And I'm gonna call Luna to me.
Okay. Knowing, I guess it's not a magical thing. Sure, that's fine. Okay. You can't cast spells. You can't like
Right.
practice or do heavy activity, which calling Luna isn't really casting a spell. It's really more
Like a ritual.
adding to a spell. So I would say that that's fine. Yeah. So Luna, come see you.
I'm gonna just put her at the window. And I'm gonna tell her to keep watch. And I'm gonna go back to my room.
Okay. Anything else before you all go to sleep?
No, I'm not leaving. There's fucking vampires around. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like gonna stay in her bed. She's like staying in her bed, taking those notes down. And she would have explained to like those in the room that like, you know, don't worry, like like he basically she would tell them about the ritual that she did.
Sure.
She would tell them about the ritual that she did, that she's been studying blood and different things about it, and things that she can about him, and that she cannot be affected by a vampire's bite. That like, yeah, it hurts, but it's nothing to be like of a deep concern of, that she's kind of protected in a way from them. And that, that her blood is not beneficial to them as well. And kind of, that's probably why he looked quite displeased after biting her. And so she would probably like tell them, like he probably got a rude awakening because he wasn't getting what he wanted this time.
Okay. Anything else that anybody wants to say or do?
I was gonna Blaire's gonna push the bed close to Ireena's and then kind of sit up and nap that way so she's ready to go if anything happens again.
Cool.
And I'll join them in that room, and I'll gather Johansson. I think we should probably stick together from now on. Best that we're all in the same area.
Okay.
We can be cozy. It's fine.
He grabs the pillows, all of them from the other room.
They're actually pretty sizable for Johans.
That's what I was gonna say. So he's like,
yeah, because these beds are made for humans. So Johans, you are like a kid.
He puts a couple on the floor, throws a blanket over them, and just
absolutely okay.
But actually, he's gonna do it under the window. So if anything comes through, they would have to step on him.
Sure. Logan,
the first security alarm.
Lose all 24-year hit points by being
perception
squished.
check. Go ahead and do a perception check for this last leg of the night.
19.
19, awesome. And with the window, do you all want to close it or leave it open?
Definitely close it.
Close
Cool. I just wanted to make sure, because I just wanted to
Close
make sure.
that.
I think I closed it a while ago.
Nobody explicitly said it. At least I didn't notice. Maybe you did say that.
Yeah, I did say I closed the window. Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
bad. Then I missed that. Cool.
So for the record, the window is closed. There is a giant owl in the middle, and then there's a halfling sleeping under it.
Yes.
Yep.
For
And then
extra
I'm
security.
guessing the bed is back on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then the
Okay.
two middle beds are like together. We're like,
Yep.
Slumber
you guys
party.
made mega bed.
yeah. And Ireena's got her rapier like in her hand this time.
Of
She's
course.
like, I'm
I
sleeping.
imagine.
Yeah, like rapier and whip in hand. She's just like,
I imagine
Yeah.
everybody is at the ready.
yeah.
Any fucking sign
For sure.
you guys are all gonna just go fucking Avengers and
I'm
just
just gonna
attack
stab
whatever it
whoever
is.
wakes me. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
There's like a protection circle around Ireena, but instead of salt, it's just everybody.
It's just everybody with their weapons
the power of
sleeping.
friendship. Yeah.
Barely sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Luckily, the night goes on without another encounter. You all successfully finish your long rest, and you all level up to level 5, which thankfully we've already done. And so,
Yay.
With
I
that-
also get to switch some of my spells around.
nice.
Nice.
So, with the morning coming, the faintest of light that only comes the minimal amount of sunlight that passes through the clouds comes into this window and wakens everybody. And you can see Ismark is still sitting on his bed, not paying anybody mind, and just kind of looking down to his feet in a thoughtful way, like he is deep in his own thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as soon as I wake up, if he's still like that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna open the window to let Luna out so she goes back to the orphanage.
Yep.
I'm gonna close the window. I'm gonna walk up to Ismark and I'm just gonna mack him.
Hello, Johans.
Wow.
Are we all awake and you're just sorry? Are you just
I think
Yeah. I need you to come outside with me, please. Come on, get up.
Do a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. Bam. 18.
18. He
Are
looks
you
at you
okay?
without even responding to Ireena, just kind of nods and stands up.
I just lead him out, and I whispered to Ireena into her mind, "He'll be okay. Don't worry."
I'll be back. And he follows you out.
Cool. Once we're outside, I'm gonna pull out my dagger,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, "En garde."
He just looks at you like, what is this?
I'm wiggling my dagger like it's a sword because it's oversized for me. We're going to spar, of course. Come on.
Johans, I appreciate what you're doing, but
I don't want to talk. I want to fight. Come on.
he pulls out his small short sword.
Nice. And I'm just gonna spend until everybody else comes out or comes down for dinner, trying to stab his
Dinner?
his knee or breakfast. Sorry,
Him in the shin.
Close enough.
morning dinner.
it's
Okay.
my.
I
I'm
would
hungry.
like
Okay.
you either to do a dexterity. Actually, just go ahead and do dagger attacks. Do 3 of them. I want to see
them?
how well you do.
Okay.
Ooh.
15,
1, 2,
14,
14.
and 3.
21.
Ooh,
Okay.
very good.
With him,
More impressive than I
Scrappy.
would have thought.
I am a small little nimble boy.
okay, so he rolled against your attacks. Because I'm just
Oh,
imagining you
we're
guys
playing
are parrying.
rollies.
Mhm.
Rollies, basically, yeah.
I love
Accidentally
that.
kills him.
Yeah. for sure.
15, he got a 17. 14,
All
he
three-
got
all-
an 18.
Mhm.
And your 21, he got an 11. So he
Nice.
parries each of them, and finally you get the backside of, the broadside of that dagger, which is very, very small, but you're able to whack him a little bit, and
Mhm.
you can see a little bit of a smirk on him. That was a good hit.
Look at that. Would you have thought that I was able to do that before? I didn't. This is the first time I've ever used anything pointy other than my mind.
Well, I am admittedly not in the best of states, so
That's true. Well,
but not to diminish your ability with your dagger.
Oh, no.
But
Oh, but if you were to try to do magic, I would win.
of course,
But you are good at other things, right?
Johans, what is the point of this?
Well, typically is the point of the dagger, but you can't just beat yourself up for what you are not able to do.
Ah,
You've spent your entire life thinking about what you can't do. You forget that you can do a lot more than that.
you have to understand, Johans, my entire life, everyone has told me that I'm Ismark the Lesser. That was my name back in the village. I was always living in my father's shadow. It is really difficult to allow myself to make mistakes when so much is on the line. Like, my fucking God, the devil himself came into our fucking room and I was the one that let him in. I was the one that let him get to my fucking sister. I appreciate what you're doing, but I think I'm owed a little bit of disappointment in myself.
At that, Johannes is gonna put his dagger away. gonna put his hands in his pockets and look into the distance. He says, "You know, I know a thing or two about feeling small and powerless. Not just because of my stature. I never had any shadow to live in. Except the shadows of the big city that I used to live in. Do you know what it's like to live out in the streets where everybody looks at you with distrust?"
Hmm.
No.
Maybe not disgust, but disappointment for sure.
Mm-hmm. Now imagine I walk in with some gold, and instead of just selling me food, people ask me where I stole it from. I get what you're going through. I've been a disappointment my entire life. Unwanted, just filth on the streets. But you know what? Who gives a shit? You're not lesser. Look at everything we've done. You fought monsters, witches. You saved my life and the life of several children. Can a lesser person do that? No, but you did. And for the record, having been under the effect of mind control before, you can't do anything. It wouldn't have mattered who of us was awake. We would have been taken anyway.
Wait, you've experienced that?
Mm-hmm.
God. I'm sorry to hear that you have felt that before. Just to have taken all autonomy from...
And then Ismark remembers
Good
that Grim did that to Johans the other day.
Oh.
Johans is still just looking into the distance, though. He's just gonna say, you know, it doesn't matter what others think of you or what they say. What matters is what you do. And what you've done so far is more than anyone who judges you would have done. And then he's
persuasion
gonna
check.
and then what?
A persuasion check.
Oh, a persuasion check. Okay. 13.
See him just nod.
Johans
Puts
is
a
gonna give
hand
him
on
a
your
hug.
shoulder. Oh, okay, that works. So as you give him a hug, he kind of gets down to actually give you a proper hug, and he accepts it.
Once we separate, I speak into his mind. If you tell anyone, I will murder you. And then I walk away. I don't even wait for a response or anything.
You'll stab
I
him in
just
the
leave
knee.
him there.
He stands there for a moment, nods his head, and follows you back inside.
That was my one good deed of the day. Now to murder.
D&D. So, what is everybody else doing?
Waking up for breakfast. Sorry,
Yeah.
first dinner. Morning
Of course,
dinner.
of
Yeah,
course.
time
That's
for
what-
morning dinner.
Morning
First
dinner.
dinner.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
argue that would be last dinner because it comes after dinner, but you know, it's fine.
Does it come after or before?
Depends
Yes.
on your perspective.
Yes.
If you're an
Yes.
insomniac, it comes
It's
after.
all relative.
I feel that.
So, everybody wants to leave and get dinner in the
Morning
tavern then?
dinner.
Morning dinner.
Morning dinner. All right.
I'm
well,
gonna
you
s-
all-
Stay upstairs and
Okay.
gonna just start looking through my
He doesn't eat morning dinner.
my book,
Okay.
my special book.
Most important meal of the day.
Right.
God damn
Shouldn't
it.
skip it.
So, you all exit your rooms into the tavern. Just as Johans and Ismark are returning, it's like you come together and it's like, oh, okay, we're going there. You could see that in the tavern below, you have that small catwalk that goes just above the tavern where you can see down at the people walking around, sitting at each table. You see that Erwin is hard at work in the kitchen and Danica is waiting tables and doing a really good job at it. She's walking around with a smile on her face even when her patrons are not returning the favor. At the bar, in his usual spot, you see the colorful character Rictavio. That at the sound of your doors
Oh,
opening,
not this guy again.
turns around, sees you, and then begins to turn away, but then turns back to see Ireena. And he kind of like cocks his head, scratches it a little bit, looks behind you, sees the door closed, and he says, well, what the hell happened there? Do you mind if I talk to you? As you go out of the door and coming down into the tavern proper, you see Rictavio is already standing and looking very closely to Ireena and saying, well, I'll be fucking damned. This is incredible. Listen, I want to apologize for how I've been acting this entire time. I know that I could be a little bit overwhelming, to put it lightly. Consider me buying you breakfast and drinks a form of an apology.
Well, apology accepted.
Right. Danica, you mind getting everybody whatever they want? Food, wine, whatever.
Like
And
wolf
Danica-
steak and eggs.
Danica, like, drink, yes. So, we sort of ran out of wine. And she very, very quietly says that to you. We don't really have very much wine. It kind of ran out. So, how about water? Is that okay?
Do you have any tea?
I could try and make some tea. I can get Erwin to make some hot water and we can bring out some tea if you'd like that instead. Okay, sure.
That sounds nice, yes.
Okay. And it counts, like, does a real quick count and, okay, and goes into the kitchen. You sit at the table with Rictavio, and he looks to you, Ireena, and he says, oh, let me switch over the music. There.
This is the training music Johans and Ismark use.
Yeah,
Training.
yeah, the epic.
Yeah, Bloodborne boss fight levels of.
He just comes to you, Ireena, and he says, so, nope, that's wrong accent. So, you found your greater restoration spell.
Oh, yes. You know, the things beauty rest will do for you, right? A good night's sleep,
That's
water,
it?
moisturize, stay hydrated, very good for your skin.
Well, interesting. Whatever. I guess I'm gonna have to try that myself because my back has been fucking killing me last few days.
Make sure
So-
you stretch before you go to bed. See, look
Of
at
course.
Blaire. She looks just as lovely this morning too, right? Beauty rest, the both of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you never
Like,
believe it.
great.
I'm actually 55.
See?
What?
Beauty
Wow.
sleep does wonders.
I am
Wonders.
34.
See, beauty
You I
sleep
can
again.
understand. I've seen halflings before, so I can kind of gauge it. But 54.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. I need to
Insight
really-
check.
Right. Definitely.
I will
want
roll
both of
deception.
you to do deceptions for sure.
Damn it.
Okay, let's
I'm
see.
smirking too much.
We definitely did better than the 9, but oh wow, definitely did better than your 6 as well.
Well, it's a good thing
he
I didn't
sees
start
right-
gaslighting him.
Katya,
Oh, I meant me. I was inciting.
well, yeah, okay, well, for sure. Katya,
Well,
you
we
definitely
know
can
her.
tell as well. With the 16 insight, you can tell that Rictavio doesn't fucking buy it, but he's just kind of playing along.
I was trying to determine whether or not Blaire was
Blaire,
lying.
actually 56.
Yeah, I'm
Definitely
insight checking.
Definitely not.
Blaire.
We technically do.
I did
know
not
everybody's
think
age.
so. I see
'Cause
your
I-
Oh,
bullshit.
sure, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Johan's, yeah,
I
you
identified
already know that
everybody's age.
Blaire
Oh,
is
that's right,
not
we've all been
fucking
identified.
56.
We all know each other's age.
God, that was so
Like,
long ago.
Last year.
That's whether or not Katya remembers, or not remembers, but
That's
like
true.
believes you.
That's true.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
inside check on Johans
Yeah.
to see if he was lying in the past.
That,
Retroactively.
it's a retcon insight check. Johans was telling the truth. Blaire is totally fat fucking lying right now.
Oh my god.
Anyways, he just looks at you. Well, that's surprising. and I'm glad that it came out as the best for both of you. Then your beauty sleep,
Y'all.
fantastic. Oh, well then, so what are you all doing here in Valakai? I never really got into the details, and feel free not to tell me to fuck off, but I'm just curious.
Well, the breakfast. I heard the breakfast here is to die for, so, you know.
And at that moment, breakfast starts to come into the tavern with
God.
Danica carrying a bunch of plates, followed by Brahmin Bray.
I'm gonna
and
use Mage Hand to get a few of them off of
Sure.
her so she doesn't have to carry as much.
She's
Nice.
like, what the? Oh, okay, okay. And brings them all over. You guys have food in front of you. And he looks down to his food and looks back at you, Ireena, expectingly. So? The food? Yeah, the food here is fantastic. I've been staying here for about a few weeks. I can't remember exactly.
Where were you before that?
Oh, like I said, I was a carnival owner. My wagon here, it's in the stockyard. But yeah, I was traveling around and fell into a forest that got taken over by mist, and here I am.
So
Came all
this
the way
is-
from the village, and the rest is history.
So this is your first town here in Barovia that you've experienced.
Well, I was in the village, but that place was.
It's okay.
I
you
didn't
can
stay
say
there
it.
very long. We'll just say that. And I had my horse Drusilla and my carnival wagon, so I just kept going until I hit the next town.
Yes. So I grew up in the village, so I'm sure you can understand the appeal of wanting to come here.
Gotcha. Yep. Definitely. Okay. So that
Fish food is
was
really
it.
good though. So
Oh,
good.
yeah. You should. It's good stuff. Well, that's great. So then, what are your plans? Are you going to the festival tomorrow?
Well, I do believe we have to. She kind of looks around to the rest of the group like, we're going, are we?
He kind of looks around and he's like, yeah, I just didn't know if you were going to be going to Krisk, the other town that's, yeah, there's another town, like a few days travel. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't gone myself, but yeah, it's another town.
What have you heard of this town?
What has he heard of this town? He's heard the name, that's for sure. What is that, 16? Cool. Well,
I wish it was another one. It's a fuck all, mate.
He's giving you the wrong town name. It's actually like a completely different one. He's like, well, let's see. I know that it's pretty closed in. It's a really gated community, if you will. They tend to keep the gates closed to everyone at all times. Kind of like Valakai at the night time, but like all day, you know.
Oh.
So it's really hard to get in there. That's one of the reasons why I never even left. I just said, yeah, fuck it. You know, I'll stay here. You know, there's festivals, there's good food, you know, all right people, but it is what it is.
So
Nobody really fucks with me.
What is there anything else you enjoy here in Valaka? You seem to
You
like
the
it here.
library.
Blinsky's toys are pretty cool, if you're into that kind of thing. It's a
Toys.
little toy shop right across from the Burgomaster's shop, well, mansion.
Can you repeat the name, sir, please?
Blinsky. Is no fun, is no Blinsky, I think is his thing.
We
He's-
could get
he's
some
alright.
toys for the children at the orphanage.
Yes,
That would be
the
a great
children.
idea. Wait, you've been to the, right, the ghost. Right. Well, that's incredible. I can't believe that you guys fought a ghost, and now you look incredible. That's great. That's great. Well, yeah. Danica, can I get the wolf steak? You know, the usual. Danica, as she's like bringing over plates and stuff, she kind of like nods. Yeah, in a minute. And yeah, no problem. So,
This
what's
whole
the plan
time,
for
like,
today?
as soon as he like came into the room and addressed us, Katya's like been as far away from him as socially acceptable and like deliberately not making eye contact, like really focused on the food, really trying not to be noticed by this dude again.
Johans is doing
like-
the exact opposite. He's
Oh,
staring
yeah.
hardcore.
Here, imagine we're like, maybe we're like this. Here,
Yeah.
Ireena's probably closer. Yeah.
One of the main
forgot we
things
had
that
a
you can
map.
tell, I mean, like, I know it's better to show, not tell, but he is definitely backing off from those that aren't participating. He's very much specifically talking to Ireena rather than Blaire or Katya. It seems like he is dialing down
that
his
for
shit.
me.
So, just to make that abundantly clear. Well, so yeah, what are the plans for the rest of the day? Anything?
Going to go look for a library.
Library. Yeah, I haven't seen many of those there. Here, I
Me
mean,
neither. I keep telling this magical voice in my head to tell me when I find one, but it just never comes up.
well, let's see. Yeah, not many places here have a lot of. Mainly, most of the books are owned by the Wachters in their mansion and the Burgomaster. He typically keeps a lot of the books. Not many people have. I mean, they have like their own books, but no real centralized library of a bunch of books. It's not really a books kind of town here.
Do you have books?
I have a few, yeah, but you know they're my books.
Well, perhaps you could share them.
I mean, I can. Let me go
Like
take a look.
A book
He
trade.
gets up. He gets up and he goes to walk up to his room. At this time, you are left alone at the table.
Should we ask him about the Burgermeister?
I don't think we should tell anybody about our investigation until we have any leads that might lead us to.
We could at least get some general information. We don't have to tell him we're picking a side.
Well,
I
that's
meant casually,
true.
like you know how I'm asking him what his thoughts of the town. Now we know about Blinsky's. I could casually ask him like, so what are your thoughts of the Burgermaster since you've been here? You know, very casual.
How does he run the town? Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'm
Get
going
some
to communicate
information,
with-
see what another outsider perspective.
Does anyone have any other questions they want to ask? He seems quite friendly towards me.
Can you ask him where his accent is from?
Ask him why he's so vulgar all the time. It's really upsetting.
Oh, you want me to ask him? Okay, I can
I
try.
do. I am. I wanted to visit the barracks today. The
You don't
place
have to
where the
ask him
guards
that,
were from.
Ireena. That's very rude. Don't mention it. Just don't. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
We could
Soon.
leave now. Too.
soon, you see him exiting his room, and he has 2 books in his hands. He comes down the stairs, sits back in front of you. Well, bit of light reading. That's a joke. He hands them over. One of them is Volo's Guide to Monsters. You can
Which
see
edition?
that
First edition.
it's first edition. It's one of the editions. It doesn't say, but it has quite a few different types of monsters in there with little handwritten notes. It's pretty basic. It seems like he just kind of thumbs through it. The next one is Waterdeep and its history.
I'm gonna give him back the water deep one. I don't care. And then I'm going to start, without permission, just paging through Follows' Guide to Monsters.
Well,
and read
it's
it.
fine as long as I can get it at the end of it. I was doing a little bit of research on the ale bears. Like I had caught one, and this guy Volo, he said, "Hey, this is the fucking best shit since sliced bread." And I was like, "That's fantastic. I'll take it. I have an owlbear." And he's like, "Oh, I have so much fucking information on owlbears." And I opened it. Fucking fuck all for owlbears in here. Yeah.
He scammed you.
Basically, yeah, this fucking. If I ever see that Volo guy, I'm gonna fucking punch him in the face.
Well,
What?
we'll keep an eye out for him too.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So those are the only 2 books that I had in hand when I came here. So.
I'm gonna
Go
page
ahead.
through it. Do I find anything interesting?
I mean, there's a few things, but a lot of. Go ahead and do a
Investigation.
history. Could be investigation. I was thinking it was either that.
It can be investigation. Okay.
Woof. Wow, that is a 24 for investigation, but a 10 for history. As far as you can tell, looks like some pretty good information. There are a few things that you're like, well, I don't know if that's exactly right, but most of it you're like, I have no fucking idea, so you just read through it. Yeah.
No mentions of like relevant information to our current predicament is there?
In terms of like,
Barovia ghosts.
oh no, it doesn't
That
talk
kind of
about
stuff.
Barovia at all.
Okay, I'm gonna write down information on some of the monsters on my, not on my spell book, but on my
Yeah,
altar
journal.
book. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna do that, ignoring him completely. Ever since I took the book from his hand.
So, what are your thoughts on the Burgermeister since you've been here? What do you think? Have you run into him at all?
I haven't had any time to go near him. I didn't really pay attention to him. I don't know. He looks around and you see there's people around. He's a great guy. He's,
Yeah,
He's a
making all
leader.
these festivals, it's quite nice. And she winks at him like.
She
she's
winks
just-
back. Yeah, no, the festivals are fucking top notch. Everybody's smiling and it's great. I
You-
go to every single one of them. You know? They're great.
Do I get the vibe that he's like being truthful, or is he just like, yeah, it's
100% you can
Or is he
you can
BSing?
smell
Okay.
the sarcasm that is dripping off of his words.
Awesome. So where's that accent from? It's quite interesting. I don't think I've ever heard it before.
Yeah, that's it's from outside of Barovia. You probably never heard of it. Waterdeep. Yeah, that same book. Yeah, that's where it's from.
Very nice. Maybe we can all go to Waterdeep someday.
Yeah, unless you're trying to fucking, and nah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is Waterdeep a very dangerous place?
No, I'm just saying you can't get the fuck out of this place without, yeah. Yeah, you get it. You understand.
Johnny, can you describe that for the audio listeners?
Yeah. So I'm taking a cut throat and then putting a finger up to my face as if I'm a vampire, basically saying, unless you kill Strahd.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was saying unless we die.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying unless
thought that
we
too.
become vampires, and I was like, oh, I can
thought
just.
it was something to do with us.
Well,
turning to vampires,
There-
yeah.
you can take whatever you want from that because
I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna go check out this mist wall.
That's
We're-
fine.
we're all
It's
same
either
vibes.
or. It's either
Kill a
we
vampire, become
either die
it.
or become vampires.
Options.
You take it however you want, but he doesn't say anymore. He just says, yeah, like that. But anyways, I just kind of accepted the fact that I'm not getting out of here and just gonna go from there. Yeah, pretty fucking sad. And then about that time, you see Danica coming out, and she gives him a small package, wrapped. Sorry about that. A small wrapped package that he picks up, and he says, "Well, off to start the day."
Wait. Is that... Forgive me for asking if it's too intrusive, but is that the wolf steak you just asked for?
Yeah, I take it out. I like to enjoy my breakfast at my carnival wagon. You know,
You cook
like
it
feel at
there?
home. No, it's already cooked. It's just
Oh,
packaged so that I could, eat it over there. So, all right, g'day. And he gets up and he begins walking towards the exit and
that seems kind of suspicious.
leaves.
Right, he
Suspicious?
just likes to have morning dinner alone. What's wrong with that?
We saw his wagon when we came in. Do you all remember?
Yes, I think I remember that. Is it?
I mean, I guess
Do
maybe.
you think he's up to something?
I don't know. He's strange, man, right?
He's very strange. So why would we? What's wrong with having morning dinner by himself instead of with us?
Well, he's having a steak for dinner or for morning dinner.
Yeah, we're having wolf steak and eggs too. Wolf
Are we?
steak
I
and
thought
eggs
it was
is
just like
pretty,
eggs and bread.
pretty common breakfast. Pretty common breakfast, right?
God damn it.
Didn't he not?
Morning
wasn't
dinner. Sorry.
Wasn't he eating? Wasn't he just eating here and he's gonna
No,
eat
he
again?
was talking too much to get any bites, and you heard him, right?
We were coming
was-
down
he was
and
eating.
he was eating as we were coming down. He was eating, finishing his food, and now he's going to have a second breakfast or something.
A hungry man.
I mean,
Does
I'm
he
not
still have
hungry.
his owl bear with him?
Maybe
he's
he
eating
has.
that.
Maybe he has an owl bear. He talks a lot about his owl bear. It could
He
be.
does.
Have we heard any not hooting? I know Luna's around, but any owl bear noises? And since we've been
Like,
here,
First off,
Bear-sized hooting.
do a history check to see if you even know what nature check to see if you even know what a
Question.
fucking owlbear sounds like.
fair enough.
Fucking 20.
I know
You actually
every
encountered-
goddamn thing about it.
You've encountered an owlbear, so you know how fucking dangerous they are.
Owlbear whisper.
You know how fucking dangerous they are. You had to run away the first time, and you heard the screeches as it chased after you and then stopped.
You know,
You
now
have
that,
not heard any owlbear sounds in Valakai.
now that I think about it, it's probably pretty outlandish to own an owl bear at all. They're very dangerous creatures. I don't know how he would even begin to tame one for his carnival.
So you think he's lying about his story? Wow, surprise.
Listen,
Well,
Wow.
just gonna go back to eating.
he does seem like one to embellish.
You see him walk back in for a moment, and he comes over to Johans. We got the book. I'm just gonna. He just slowly, awkwardly, picks it up, closes it. Die, and then leaves again.
Okay.
Were you calling after him? I mean, as he was
yeah,
walking
yeah,
out, you
yeah,
could have
yeah,
called
yeah,
and he
yeah.
would have stopped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you mind, you said you're a performer, right? Maybe you could, maybe we could see some of your performance with your wagon stuff.
Oh, at the wagon.
I mean,
Can you give me I need to eat breakfast or as we like to call it, morning dinner. But
Fuck yeah.
let me go eat, and then whenever you want, you can come on by, and I'll show you the carnival wagon, and yeah, I could give you a show, I guess.
maybe it
fine.
would be, a CR show in comparison to the other festivities. Maybe we could see some. She mouths real festivities.
Yeah. I'll get something prepped and ready for whenever you come by. It'll be great. Food's getting cold. Talk to you all later. G'day. And then he finally leaves.
How far from our location would you say that his wagon is?
It was, this town isn't huge, so it was a few hundred feet down the main road, and then a direct right if you're going south. So,
Do you think he's up to something? Should we be investigating him?
I think he's strange and suspicious.
Agreed,
And-
but I don't know that
Well,
he's.
that's a little bit bold for all of us to say.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a bad way, but it's a very curious way, and maybe we could learn something from this strange, curious man. I don't know. But I mean, not a high priority, maybe just.
I don't know that he's completely irrelevant to our goals or our predicaments right now. If you want to go look at his wagon and see if he's up to something, by all means. But I don't think he is important.
Well, it was an interesting, outsider's view of Valakai. But I can feel the disdain for him. But hey, we learned about the Blinskis. That's good, right?
That's true. Yes, we did learn something.
At this time, I'd like to be coming into the room.
sure.
As they are saying Blinskis. Like, why does that sound familiar? I'll sit down at the table.
Oh
next to him.
shit!
It's a toy shop. There's a toy shop in town, and maybe I was thinking we could get some toys for the kids at the orphanage. Because we're going back there, right?
Speaking of getting things, Ireena is Mark.
Yes.
I don't mean to be
excuse me.
rude, but I need money.
Ismark, you didn't pay him yet?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can we? Okay, yes. Allow me to.
If you'd rather just get me paper and ink, fancy ink, that's
I could do this. I just don't know where to get it. I can.
me neither.
What if I pay for the rooms and all of that? Never mind. I'll be right back. And he gets up from the table and he seems to be going to his room.
I'm so sorry, Johans.
It's okay. I kinda need it for stuff and things, so.
Did you I don't know how much we promised him, FYI.
I don't either.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know
Me
if
neither. We wasn't
I don't re-
established.
Oh, okay.
250
I think
each.
about like maybe like
I think.
2
And,
billion gold coins.
2 billion gold
Platinum.
coins.
and a
That's so
manor and
It was
some
my
titles.
My brother's
I honestly-
rich.
land.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there wasn't any
We never.
promise.
exact number. Okay.
It was basically like, hey, I could use your help. I don't know if I could pay, but it would be great if you can help us out. And I
Yeah.
think that's what happened.
Oh yeah, Johans
Okay.
is 100% trying to milk them for money because he
No, yeah.
desperately needs it.
And for sure, he is totally getting money. At least enough to where he believes is enough for what
That's
all of the
perfectly
surface
fine.
and stuff. So, yeah. Anyways.
Grim is sitting here, just thinking to himself, Blinskis.
Oh no, is the toy maker gonna be in the evil list? Evil, mean toy maker, man.
Didn't the that kid that was missing? Didn't from the village of Barovia? Didn't they leave a note or something?
Is this you thinking or speaking out loud?
This is me speaking out loud to everybody else.
Oh, you mean? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh shit, did you?
Are you talking about
Or-
Gertruda?
No, before that, in the village of Barovia, the
that's
little
one
girl
of
that went missing.
Oh yeah,
The one
that's
that ran off.
Gertruda. Yes, the one that I'm still
Oh.
looking for. Yes.
Sorry, I was thinking of Gertrude. which is a completely different thing.
Okay.
Yes, wasn't there some note that you found, Johans?
I'm sure Johans remembers this. Is that a thing?
Sure, we don't all remember this.
If I remember correctly, it was a doll that had a tag on it.
Yeah, I still have the
that
doll.
said "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
I think I have the doll.
I'm
I
pretty
pull out
sure.
the doll.
Yeah.
No, I think I took it so I could identify it, and then I never gave it back.
I mean,
But it's
Somebody
fine. We
has the
have
doll.
I remember I was sewing it back up. That's all I remember.
It's
What
okay.
says
You
the
can
doll?
have it and then bring it out
Oh,
now. It's
thank
fine.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
The
Pull out
doll
the doll.
is
Welcome.
extremely ugly.
This thing
Oh,
is
she's
It is that-
ugly.
No, let me take that back. It is a disturbing kind of cute.
It's like a pug. Got it.
You know,
We're talking about
like
The
you know,
the
like
doll.
those dolls that have like real looking teeth and
Jesus.
yeah, it's like
no.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Like a real,
you.
not like one of those like fucking
not
the
real
ones that,
teeth,
like-
real
no, I know.
looking teeth.
And we
the,
took
like
that.
weird
a very
babies that pee on a
disturbing-
toilet for kids for some reason.
No, because that doesn't
No, no.
look creepy. It's just a weird thing that those dolls do. No, this is something that's
They do
just
look kinda
it
creepy.
has this weird look to it that is just disturbing. It's unsettling, but yet cute at the same time.
Like a pug.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah,
Like a
sure,
pug.
like a pug.
If a pug or a person
If a pug
and
or
a doll.
person or a doll,
and a doll,
it would look like this.
a doll of a person pug.
Yes.
Got
That
it.
I have. That is
That's it.
that is a genuine nightmare right in my mind.
But it's
So anyway-
really cute.
Horrible.
I pull out the doll and say, I think this is the only thing we found of hers.
You
Like
said
hand it over.
And I take it and I look at the label on it. Yeah, see,
Does it have hands?
It- why were you guys saying this name just now?
With the Octavio was telling us about the toy maker in town, Linsky. That's it. So the doll probably came from there.
Sorry, just
Do you,
was
do
really
you have
confusing
some
for me.
special interest in toys, Grim?
No, not that I think of.
Okay. It's nice to have a toy every once in a while. Everybody can use a little entertainment. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
At this time, Danica comes by to the table, sees that you're here, Grim, and good morning. Can I get you any food?
No,
No?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, and as she's like about to leave, she looks over to Ireena and says, Ireena, you look... You look younger. What happened?
Oh, I slept so well last night. You know, the bed's here, very comfortable. Blaire and I got the beauty rest. I think Katya did as well. So we are feeling
That is wonderful.
absolutely fabulous. You know,
That is great to hear.
I will tell everybody about the Blue Water Inn. The food, the hospitality.
There is something else that I could use instead. I know that you are all hoping to help with the wine and everything, but I can't help but worry about our one of our patrons, our regulars, Bluto.
I remember hearing of.
Yeah, I know that we already hired you all, but
I wrote it blue toe, like the color and the appendage on the clutch.
What is your concern
It's like-
with the Bluto?
it's like Pluto, but with a B. But
Yeah.
we haven't seen him in a really long time, and Erwin said that he wasn't home, and he typically spends his time at Lake Zarovich fishing. Would you mind just going there? It's just outside of Valakai. We don't have any time to do it ourselves, otherwise we would. But Zoldar and Yevgeny said that they hadn't seen anything, and that they didn't even go out that way yesterday. I can't shake the feeling that something is wrong, and I just want to make sure.
Certain.
You said it's just outside of Valakai?
Consider your first night completely paid for if you end up doing it.
Sure, we can We can go check it out.
Even the rest of this week. That would be.
That's very generous. We can go look into your friend.
You
We'll
said
go
it's
check out
just-
the lake.
Just outside of
It's-
town?
Yes, you go outside the street, just outside of here. You go and then you go near the the manor that you went to yesterday. You just keep going north to the gate, and it's just outside of there.
Or like look around the group. Like, might as well. Go look around.
I definitely appreciate it. Is there any other drinks or food that I can get for any of you?
I would like to know where I could buy paper and ink.
Probably the general store. 1 second for
If you have
Jonny
any
to pull that up.
paperwork and if you have any paper and ink of your own, I would benefit from it, and it would benefit your cause too.
Yes, you can speak to Bethel at the Dusklight supply shop.
Bethel.
Yes,
Good
it's
man, Bethel.
towards the center of town near Blinsky's. Actually, I heard you talking about that, and I can see that's a Blinsky doll. He has a very interesting taste, style, but anyways, you can probably find paper there, and maybe some books as well. I overheard
Go
that.
ahead. That's north of here.
No, it's actually kind of southwest. You go down the main road, and then you turn left down one of the other main roads. It goes towards the Burgomaster's mansion in the town square, Blinsky's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the place. What's the name of the place?
The name of the place is the Dusklight Supply Shop, and Bethel is her name. Suddenly, as this conversation ends, Sup. A cold breeze fills the interior of the tavern as you see 3 armored guards entering into the Blue Water Inn. The front being the recognizable Frederick from the first morning that you had
Good old
arrived.
Frederick, our best buddy.
I missed him.
Danica
what a good
stands
guy.
from your table,
Thank God.
seeming confused, and approaches the guards and quietly starts talking and hoping to deal with without creating a scene of any sort. However, they seem to be looking around the tavern, and finally they spot your group.
I'm staring at them.
And
Really
he walks
afraid they
up.
were gonna do that.
Frederick kind of leans in. Looks to you, Katya, and you, Grim, and says, would you mind if we spoke outside, please? There is something that came to our attention, and we need to speak of it. Hopefully outside, so that we do not cause a scene, of course.
They say that to just me and Katya directly.
Specifically to you, he looks from one to the other.
I look over to Grim, following his lead.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
All right.
And the 3 of the guards begin walking out as you are following them, and we're gonna go to break.
Oh no.
Man.
So, while we're on break, we're gonna be doing a giveaway. We're gonna be giving away a free copy of Evil Hat's Monster of the Week mystery bundle. It contains, from what I understand, 30 different mysteries, along with all the rules and everything you're gonna need to play. If you are one of our followers here on Twitch, you can join the giveaway. And while we're on break, if you are a subscriber, you also get an extra ticket. So, I'm going to start the giveaway now. The keyword is !blood. So, type that into the chat, and you'll be able to join in on the giveaway. We will see you all in 15 minutes. Bye. All right. Well, we are back, and we are going to see who the winner is between Jay Coulson and Ziggy Overlord of the Seas. 3, 2, 1, go! Ziggy wins again!
Oh my god.
Well,
Yay,
Ziggy
congrats.
is cleaning house. Congrats, Ziggy. Once again, I will be giving you the code later. I'll DM you. All good. Anyways, all right. With that out of the way.
All right.
All right. So, as these guards came into the tavern, requesting specifically Grim and Katya, you followed them out towards the very front of the Blue Water Inn. What is everybody else doing?
Go
Stayed
ahead,
inside.
Ireena,
I'm
you
like eating, but I'm like curious, like
Okay.
trying to listen, but I'm like, I'm probably not gonna be able to hear. But she's just like, she's
Sure.
a little freaked out by the coldness, and then these guards coming in. So
Okay.
Is that a window next to me on the map?
That is indeed a window. Yes.
I'm gonna.
It is not one that opens.
It is
but
not
it
one
is.
that opens.
It is a window. Yeah. That is
Okay,
one
I'm
that.
gonna then
It's one that has like the cross bar in the pane kind of window.
I want to go to
Got
the
it.
other window and also just keep an eye out.
Okay.
If there's
Just
patrons
everybody's
there, I'm just like
looking through
squeezing
the
by them.
curtains. All right.
I'm
So-
pressing my hand against
How
the window
nonchalant.
just
Sure.
for no reason. That's all.
So,
Just for now.
as we transfer outside. You walk out to the cold exterior of the Blue Water Inn to find another pair of guards standing under the rain cover.
How many guards
creating-
are there total?
I will show you on the map here. Actually,
That's a lot
there
of
were
guards.
3 others, not another pair, another 3.
Jesus.
So
I love
another
that for
trio.
us.
All of them seem to be more elite than other guards that you had seen.
This is a lot of muscle
very-
for 2 people.
So, after walking out, you see these 6 guards, including Frederick. And Frederick looks to each of the other guards, kind of leans in towards you, and he says, "Listen, I'm hoping you aren't the one stupid enough to get caught. If you are, I hope you have actual evidence." And then he takes a step back with a very guarded stance. Where were the both of you yesterday in the mid-afternoon?
What is this about?
Where were you yesterday mid-afternoon? I will tell you after you answer.
Well, we were at the orphanage for a little bit, then we came here. Had some lunch.
Were you at the burgomaster's brother-in-law's mansion
Where's
before
that?
dusk? Do a deception check.
And I'm gonna add my past life knowledge to that as well.
Okay.
Add a what is that? A D6? Is that what it is? I don't remember.
D6, yeah.
Yeah. 19 total.
I rolled an 18.
I mean,
He looks
like
at you and he says, "Wait, you're talking to Frederick." Okay, he just looks at you and he says, looks to the other ones. The other ones kind of shrug. "Do you have an alibi? You said that you were at the orphanage.
Yeah, and then we were
So
here.
if we were to go and ask the headmaster there, they would say that you were there until dusk or here until dusk."
We were
can
here
go and ask
till
Danica.
we were here till dusk. I was up in my room.
Gargash, go ask Danica if she can confirm this story. And you see one of the guards entering into the Blue Water Inn. All of you see this guard entering in and walking directly up to Danica. And they seem to be having a hushed conversation. Outside, well, we will be checking with the orphanage as well. I hope you can understand.
What is this about?
Miroslav, the burgomaster's brother-in-law, stated that he had seen two people outside of a cellar. One with white hair and a cloak. The other with black hair, a green cloak, and armor. Now, that piece of evidence is quite damning. However,
I can see where that may look bad, yeah.
if what you say is true, and you were here until dusk, then we would have no other evidence to go off of. Let's hope that that is true for your sake. And he takes a small step back, seeming to be waiting for the other guard. I'm going to roll rollies for Danica and the guard. So first, actually I'm going to do it on stream. First, going to be Danica's deception check, because she's coming to bat for you.
Yeah, Danica's cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
let's go.
my
Let's go,
God.
Danica.
19 for
19.
Danica.
Let's go.
The only roll that can beat it.
It's not a
Is
seven.
It's not. It is a 7. Fuck yeah. So you see her looking concerned. Oh, shit. You see her
Oh my
looking concerned
God.
and confused, and she says, oh, you see her shaking her head. And the guard
She gets some
nods.
extra gold pieces.
Grim doesn't do any worry on his face, though.
And so the guard turns back, exits the tavern, and rejoins the group. And Frederick, seeing the door open, looks to Gargash, the other guard, who gives a nod. Well, that is all the information that we needed. Thank you all for your cooperation.
Of course, I'm hoping you're able to find these people you're looking for.
Thank you. You see, all of them begin to walk away, except for one. This one that was leaning on the pole, just looking at each of you. He gets out from his lean and he... And also, put a fucking smile on your face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
You can't see it underneath my mask. I'm smiling, I promise. And you see my eyebrows like raise up.
Let me see it.
Okay. And I will pull down my mask and smile.
I'm giving a very forced, thin-lipped smile.
I keep it on because people think I'm ugly.
You are. And he turns around and he begins walking away.
Oh, got him.
Yeah, you got me after saying an insult that I said to myself.
Oof. All right. Well, as the guards begin to leave, you are free to do what you will.
Well, now they're gonna go talk to the orphanage, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we were there.
Story's clean. Checks out.
Yeah, the main story that you had to clear was Blue Water Inn, because that's where you said you ended the night, so...
Yeah.
But that one already cleared.
I walked
So-
over to Danica,
Alright.
and
What was
I...
that all about? They was asking if you were here the whole night, and I didn't want you to get in trouble. I don't know what happened.
I really do appreciate everything
of
that
course,
you're saying.
of
I mean,
course.
we were here. And I give her like 3
yes,
gold.
Yes. Oh, please, keep your gold. I know that you'll need it. Consider finding Bluto as payment.
We'll do our best.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been worried sick about him.
I understand.
The town looks down on him, but he lost his wife so long ago, and he just... I just don't think that people understand him. He just needs a home, and I hope that he hasn't gotten himself into too much trouble. Anyways, I'm glad to see that you are both okay, but I have more tables to wait, so have a great day, and again, I'm glad to see that you're safe.
Thank you.
Of course.
As
And
she
continues going
walks
around.
away, I still leave 3 gold on her table.
Okay.
Thank you
Well-
for taking the lead on that, Grim. I appreciate it. I would have made things worse.
Yeah. It certainly worked out, didn't it?
For now. I hope they don't go digging too much deeper into it.
Well, I think then what we'll need to do is come back probably tonight, try to see if we can get any of that information for you know who. Maybe
yeah.
a coup.
So dumb.
Didgeridoo.
Should we,
We're not playing how the Lich Stole Christmas anymore. You don't need to rhyme.
The funniest thing is that you rhyme by saying "fuck you" too.
you played into it. Should
fucking hate
we go
If we
check
can't-
out that lake then?
Are you guys still outside, or did you rejoin?
No, we
us?
came in.
Oh, we're
here.
inside, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
In that case, you could have told them you were here on official business. Hey, I just pull out the paperwork.
What?
You see
and-
Johan's holding up a piece of paper that basically is like an official inquiry that
Yeah, I see
Ismark
that,
had
but-
written the other day. Got it.
That's
I
not what they were
never
asking
did I?
about. They were asking about if we were somewhere else, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if that ever happens again, we have reason to be snooping around. Legal reason.
I mean, it seems like they kind of go off their own law here, but that could potentially come into play if we. That could be definitely something we can keep in our back pocket.
I wanted to talk to them.
Well, they're probably going over the orphanage, and we can maybe catch them. You need to talk to them about something. It's on the way out of the village, I think. The direction we're heading, right? No, it's not. Never mind.
More west. Yeah, the orphanage is
fine.
towards the western gate.
Do we need?
You're going towards the northern gate.
Okay. Never
Do we
mind.
need? Do we need to say something to this? Do we need a follow up of this of some sort?
I don't know what you're talking about. Follow up on what?
Well, didn't you just told us everything that what just happened outside? This is
No.
Joel asking.
No, I didn't. No, this is Ryan's. No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, that's why I asked if you guys were talking about it outside or inside, because you.
Oh well, we came back. I gave the thing to. We were talking at the bar to Danica, and that came back over to you guys. But I beelined straight over to Danica.
Oh, it's just you guys were talking between yourselves. I wasn't sure if we were
Yeah.
there listening or not. That's what I was asking. about.
Gotcha.
But in that case, ignore everything I just said.
Okay.
Just scratch it out of the record. Just, in fact, you know what? I
we'll
quit.
get it in post. We'll get it in post. It's fine. So, you all finish up your breakfast, and I assume begin making
Morning
your way
dinner,
towards the
please.
northern. Oh, sorry, morning dinner.
Thank you.
And I assume begin making your way towards the northern gate of
Think
Valakai.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right
I don't
on.
know about
So,
anything, therefore, yes.
well then. As you all begin to make your way towards the northern gates of Valakai, you see guards stationed and perpetually seeming to be looking out to the forest surrounding the town. As you begin to approach, you see they open the gates, revealing a lightly traveled trail that weaves its way through the forest and down to a shore that you could just barely see through the mist.
Before
However-
we leave, it's like, excuse me, we're gonna be going out here. Hopefully not for too long, but if it does become nighttime, will you guys be able to let us back in?
They look at each other.
Is there some kind of like pass or something we can have?
No. Come back
All right.
before the sun goes down.
About how
At this
many?
morning, what do you expect? Do you expect to be going on the lake for more than 10 hours?
We've never been to the lake.
Hopefully, hopefully not, but things come up out there, you know. It's dangerous.
Sure. Just try not to be back, after dark. Because we won't be here, and they won't let you in.
All right. Well, thanks
Good luck.
anyways.
And they return back to their own conversation that they were having, and you all make your way outside of the gate. And it's a quick walk. It's not very far north of Valakai. You see, it's a 5-minute walk, and you come to change it. What's up? All right, we're gonna change it. We're gonna keep going. So, after the 5-minute walk, you come to at the foot of a large mountainside, nestled in this misty forest, a large lake. Water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a gargantuan mirror. Pulled up along the southern shores, where you come to, are 3 small rowboats. A 4th boat can be seen in the middle of the lake, a few hundred feet away, with a lone figure sitting in it, fishing pole in hand.
Do you think that's the guy?
If it's not, he might know where he's been, at the very least.
Should we call out to him? Or do you think we should be more sneaky?
Is he kind of far out there or really far out there?
A few hundred feet away.
Okay, so I think if we're going to talk to him, we're going to need to row out there to meet him.
Are there any boats?
There are
there-
3 on the
There
shore.
are 3 on the shore. We can just borrow one of those and go out there.
Okay. Kind of looking to the rest of the group,
Popping another Eyes of the Grave as I use my binocular vision to look at him.
You do not pick up any undead.
Okay. Wait, is there a range on that? There is a range on that.
I believe it's either 30 or 60 feet, and
Yeah,
no matter
fuck.
what, he is outside of that range.
I wouldn't.
But within-
I wouldn't have done that knowing
Okay, that's fine. I understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wouldn't have
No
seen
worries.
anything either way. So
Yeah. You see a ghost behind you.
Spooky.
Everyone do a
It pokes
charisma save.
Ireena.
Ireena runs
Yeah.
away. No,
Not again.
not again.
So-
Knowing that I'm going to leave the city, I'm going to bring Luna with me. I
Okay.
think that would be
I mean, you could just
I'm
snap
gonna
it twice
send her.
in theory, right? You could
Sure.
just-
Yeah. Snap it once Luna is.
Yeah, I can
Now
teleport her to
with
me.
you.
The
Yeah.
problem is sending her somewhere else. That's fine.
Mhm. So
Well,
I'd
I,
rather
you
have her here. I
You
try to fly
over-
towards the.
How many people fit in the
by
boat?
way.
send Luna towards the boat.
Yeah, I'm making her
Okay.
keep a solid
Oh yeah, how
distance
many?
above.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many in each boat? There's 3 boats.
There's 3 boats. Yeah. As you're all grabbing the boats, I would need everybody to do a stealth check, please. If you're trying to be sneaky.
Yes.
I'm just
Is
standing
it-
on the shore.
Is
I'm
there
not-
Why don't we just wait to
anybody
see what
around
the
mining
Lunacies?
these boats? Is there a shack
No,
or
there's
anything?
no. It's really just people leave boats here, and if they go out, they go out. If they don't,
Hey.
then they just leave them here.
Community
Okay.
boats.
It's not very formal whatsoever.
Are we
Our boats.
being stealthy?
Guys,
I'm
Why
being
won't-
stealthy.
why don't we just wait to see what Luna sees? Johan's brought her back.
All right.
He's over there. And
Save.
I point to a white speck in the middle of a white
Sure.
specky sky.
Go ahead and do a perception check with Luna, which I believe gets
I
advantage because if you
Don't think I can see through her because she's going to be away from.
You
side of
can look
my-
through Luna as she's flying away. I think critical roll pretty much set this standard where like you create a command within 500 or 100 feet, and if you're connected with them that 100 feet, you can look through their eyes indefinitely. You just can't send another command outside of that 100 feet.
I did not know that. In that case, I'm gonna have her vulture swoop around.
Right. You could just say circle around this person until I give you the wave back, and you could still look through them as they're doing that and just circling.
I'm gonna tell her to go out, fly about maybe 100 feet above, circle once. If everything seems fine, just kind of lower, like maybe 20 feet, do a couple of loops, and then come back. And then I'm just gonna look through her, I guess.
Do a stealth check for Luna as well.
Yeah. Why do I not have? I don't have. What's stealth? Dex, right?
Dexterity. Yeah.
I don't
11.
have. I don't know why I don't. That's weird. Owls are silent. They should have advantage of Dex. Okay, whatever.
Do they not? I'm pretty sure they do.
I think owls do have something. I think owls
pretty
have
sure they do.
something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Not
owls
for
do.
stealth.
Are you serious?
What?
I have a +3 stealth apparently, actually. So I guess 14. No, what they do have is keen
no,
hearing.
they have a +3.
I have the owl cheat in front of me, Momo.
Is it giant owl? No, what the fuck? I swear to
No,
God
they
they
don't.
had.
I thought they did too.
I guess
think I
so.
was thinking about flyby, maybe is what I was thinking about, but
No, I remember like silent flight is some. Oh, you know what? I think that's
Alpha.
owlin. Yeah,
oh,
I think that's what it is. Let me
like-
just
I
double
like how
check real quick.
I have the character cheat for
No,
Luna. in
yeah,
front
it's
of
not that
me.
we don't believe you. It's just that our own, silent feathers. See, you have proficiency in stealth. Okay, that's what it is. All right. Anyways, besides that, I am going to roll.
So, it should be a 13 then, I think. 14. Because I clicked
Okay.
Dex, it would have been not
right.
14, 13 because it's a +3 and then it has a +1 to Dex, so it would.
Yeah, it automatically adds that at the very end, or in the roll. I am going to roll.
No, because
20.
her Dex is +1, her stealth is +3. So I clicked.
Oh,
the
you rolled a
first
dex.
click
I
was
see what you're saying.
I
Okay,
rolled
cool,
a Dex,
cool.
but then
So then it's a 10
so
plus
it would be a 10 plus
3,
3,
13.
which would be a 13. Yeah.
and a 14 just passes. So
Okay.
you see, at first it's nothing. He's holding a fishing pole. Do a perception check.
That's what I was gonna mention. Yeah, I've been rolling my perceptions wrong. There's a clickable that's perception +3, and I've been using.
Cool.
That's fine. Doesn't matter.
That one you do have advantage on, though, I believe. Keen
Yeah.
Yeah.
senses.
No, I do.
Cool.
So it's a 15 then.
15. With a 15, you're able to see Blue Toe, or at least what you would imagine to be Blue Toe. He's holding a fishing pole, looking towards the water, completely emotionless, and just next to him, you see a sack that is moving, wiggling around. See him look down and then look up towards the owl and begin looking around in general until he finally looks back to see all of you, and he's at first startled and begins lifting this sack up and having a lot of issues with it as it wiggles around. You see parts of this sack moving and weird movements inside. He grabs it, and as he's trying to throw it off, it moves at the right moment to where both of them fall into the water. You see Bluto come out of the water, coming back inside of the boat, and you see the sack just barely afloat. Some sort of air bubble inside of it, keeping it there. What do you all do?
Both of them what?
Both of them fall into the water, and Bluto is the one that gets back onto the boat. This sack is still floating on the water. There's some sort of air
I jump into the
pocket.
water.
Okay,
Swimming.
you jump into the water.
I launch a boat and I start rolling over.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
I need both of you to do athletics checks,
I'm a fucking
please.
idiot. There's boats.
Hey, you can
You're
get
a
there
woman on a
first. You might be
mission.
able to do it.
Maybe.
Isn't
Okay.
isn't this upwards of 200 feet away from us too?
I'm so dumb.
It's a few hundred feet away, yeah.
I'm so dumb.
No, go ahead and do an athletics check. You might be able to
Whoa.
get natural fucking 20.
There you go.
Holy shit.
She's
Wow.
zooming.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay,
cast
so you-
Bless on those two, and
On two of them, okay.
and then I also cast it on Johans. Just,
Okay, perfect. So,
Given the opportunity, I would have. Oh, I can't. Never mind.
okay.
Once Luna
So,
comes within reach.
Katya, you are rowing as hard as you can to get out there. But the wind here is pushing the boat sideways and it's really hard to compensate. It seems like the safest bet was to swim over there, and Ireena is just getting it. Just
In fucking
going.
armor, bro.
Just Michael Phelps
Not doing that
swimming through
shit.
the water. And then you finally come to the
I
bag.
love it.
As you're swimming towards it, you begin to hear, "Help! Help!"
Oh
a
my
child's
God.
voice
Oh.
screaming from the bag.
Oh, that's bad.
Rip open the bag and try to get the child.
You keep swimming, getting closer just
sh-
as the sack begins to fall under the surface. I need you to do one last athletics check.
Yeah.
This time the DC is extremely low because of your natural 20.
Oh!
Holy crap.
Another natural fucking 20.
You're
Are
feeling
you
great.
kidding
You're
me?
younger. You got
roll,
so much
roll your
energy.
bless.
Oh
Roll your
my
bless too.
Goodness. Sure. Yeah. Why the fuck not?
Yeah,
Why the
yeah,
fuck
because
not?
I'm so blessed today. Like, I'm feeling great.
Oh, oops.
You got,
I
well,
accidentally clicked my
not
crossbow.
super duper blessed, but you
Sorry.
got a +1 and a natural 20.
That's 21,
total.
baby.
You swim as fast as you can, getting another, even more motivation to just book it through this water. You finally make it to the sack as it goes underneath the surface, and you dive underneath, grabbing onto the sack. It's heavy, but you make your way and reach the surface of the water, getting a nice breath of air, and pulling this sack over the surface so that whatever or whoever is inside can as well.
I'll start swimming out there too.
Sure.
Just, yeah, since I don't need to breathe.
How far away from?
At about this time, Katya, you finally get the hang of it. I need you to do a athletics check as well.
Okay.
Is Katya within 15 feet of me at this point or not?
Probably
Katya's
I'm
out there now.
I'm out there.
23. Wow, Katya, okay. And then you get blessed, but I mean, at that point, 23, you're good.
Yeah, fuck
You
it.
finally get the hang of it. Yep, 26 with that bless. You row as fast as you can out there. And finally, as Ireena reaches out from the surface of the water with this sack, you're able to put the sack onto the boat.
Yeah, I'll grab it from her and pull
Ireena's
her
able to
up.
make it into the boat, and you just see the man just scared, grabbing onto the oars and begin rowing away.
Stop! What's your name? Are you Bluto?
Oh, I'm chasing. We're going.
Okay, I need to do an athletics check
Is there
against
more?
his athletics.
Is there more rows? Like, can I help?
Is he going?
There's just two.
Is he going
Okay.
towards the beach or is he going to a different?
He's
like,
going
where I
the
am,
other
or-
way, other direction.
Can I?
Wow.
How?
Can
Okay,
I?
what's up, Grim?
I would like to cast Eldritch Blast at his boat.
Okay. Yeah,
Question.
you're within. Okay, go ahead and do an athletics check to see if you can make it out and become in range.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you don't have to get far, so the DC
Yeah.
isn't really high.
6. Oof.
Ooh.
Question.
You try swimming through, but this is something that you haven't experienced since you've woken up. This is different, and it's a little difficult to. Actually, no. One sec.
I have a question.
1 sec.
Take your time.
Put this on pause. Okay, hold on. So, as you jump into the water, memories flood over your senses, and you feel taken back to a time before. You swimming through dark water, and you're trying to find which way is up, but you can't, until finally you feel the ground, and you push yourself up, and you find yourself in a different place altogether. You look behind you, and you see the cliffside that you had once jumped off of. and the river that continues down. You look around, you see a shore just next to you, and you see a forest on that side. You run into the forest feeling anxiety in your body still from that jump that you had taken and the raven that was chasing you. You go into the forest and find cover behind a large bush, behind multiple trees, and just through, you see a raven land and perch itself on a fallen tree trunk. Your breath is erratic, but you quiet it till finally flies away. You take one deep breath, and then you are pushed back into this one moment where you find yourself just barely off of shore, and you are unable to make your way out towards the boats at that moment. Cutting back to Katya, a 21 athletics versus a 19. You were able to...
That's a 25,
Can
my
we
friend.
can we
25.
go back to
Yes.
that for a second?
Sure.
I want to be like at least my movement speed out from the shore, but I want to be
Sure.
completely sunken under the water, and everybody's
Okay.
like saw me just, and now I'm like my feet are on the bottom of the
Absolutely.
You're just
yeah.
like a rock.
And as you open your eyes, you find yourself in the very beginning of what that vision was.
Yeah.
Black darkness. You don't know which way is up until you finally touch the ground, and even then you just feel your body is like seized up for a moment with anxiety and fear. Blaire, you see that happen along with Johans. Katya and Ireena are booking it towards Bluto. With a 25 athletics on Katya's end and a 19 for Bluto, you definitely beat him. You push as hard as you can, or pull rather, the oars, and just continue to make your way until you hit into the boat.
I yell at Ireena and I say, board him.
Oh yeah, she does a like
Acrobatics check.
acrobatic. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh,
You have bless.
Bless.
oh bless.
That's a 12 plus 3, 15. Nice. I put it at 14, so you're good. You
Bless.
jump into the boat, and he is just drops the oars and jumps into the water.
I go after
I
him.
will give you.
I jump after him.
I will give you an opportunity attack that you could
Ooh.
use
Ooh,
for a grapple if you would like.
hells yes. Do you want to go after him, or do you want me to? Should I go after him?
I
ahead and
can,
do
I
an
can go after him
athletics
if you
check.
miss.
Okay, athletics check for me. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
natural 20.
Wait, I'm also blessed. If you didn't know, I am just like I'm feeling
So
the
blessed.
blessed.
Again,
So
with a 1 with a
blessed.
D4,
With
but
a
still
no.
a
Oh my
natural
God.
20. And you,
doesn't
as
need
he's
the
about to,
bless.
he drops the oars, kind
So
of
strong.
going backwards into the seat, and as he's about to get up, you pin him down with your rapier, piercing into his clothes into the boat.
Don't move if you know what's good for you.
He just shakes his head. So
Can I, like, try to tie the boats together and row us back over to the group?
while this is happening, yes,
How,
Johans, you had something?
I was gonna ask about my cold magic potentially being enough to freeze a path to them.
Depends on the kind of magic that you would use to freeze something that you could stand on in terms
I
of
have-
water.
Yeah.
Would need some pretty powerful magic.
Water walks a
Unless
third
you're-
level spell.
That's okay. In that case, I would have gotten on a boat and Mage Hand did use a paddle with Mage Hand and just move
Sure.
towards them.
Yeah.
My goal would have been to get as close to the group as possible, so I could tell Luna to grab the body and at least try to keep it afloat as
Yeah.
much as. But
It seems like as you're pulling the boat out and you see them, it's like almost a snap out of a finger as they're already out there, they're already boarding, and they're already pinning Bluto down.
I'll
so
just wait
as
then.
the time that you get to the edge, you do see them ramming into the boat, grabbing Bluto, but you also see Grim sinking down under the water.
Yeah.
Grim, I would like you to do a
Shit.
perception check. And then Blaire, yeah, you have something?
Yeah. So for Grim jumping in the water. Does it basically just looks like he sinks like a rock to...
So it looks like he's swimming, he slows down, and then you see him just go limp and begin sinking under the water.
Okay, then I would want to go in and like jump in after him, assuming that he's drowning.
All right, so then you jump into the water.
I'll just
Go
wait
ahead
then.
and do a perception check to see if you can see him under the water. 11.
Rolling good today.
As you look under, it is pitch fucking black. But Grim, with an 18
What
perception.
What I'd like to do is, like, as I'm looking around, because like you said, it is really dark. I know, like, with dark vision, I might be able to see a little bit more, but I just think about it. I reach down and I touch, my armor, and I cast light on it.
Okay. And what I imagine too, Blaire, as you're looking down, even with an 11, you see absolutely nothing until this light shines below you. You see not only the armor glowing, but you see his hair stringing out into a white light, and he looks up and you see completely white pupils and eyes and just glowing out. And you are now able to sense where you are, Grim, and it is your turn.
I
as
will
Blaire just sees all of that happen.
kick up, and I'll start swimming back up to the surface.
You make up to the surface, and it seems that whatever could have happened has been stopped, and you are all safe at the shore as you bring this sack of whoever inside of it to the shore. That's where we're going to end tonight's session. As you all make it to shore safely, bringing this sack
Fucking
of
the drama.
child and safely to the shore. Ooh. Wow.
Wow, what a
see,
dude.
You see
Fucking
Grim
natural 20s.
That was
kind
wild.
of, once he gets to the shore, just like water just pours out of it. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. 3 natural 20s, dude.
Unheard of.
That
Wild.
was insane.
I'm so
Hey, Mo,
strong.
roll another athletic check.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nice.
right.
Nice.
Just to see if it's
Break
just
us off
somehow
a piece of.
rigged. Nope,
Okay.
it was
Nine.
not rigged. It is actually
It was
3
meant
natural
to
20s
be.
in a row. That is insane.
Oh,
Absolutely incredible.
that was
Wow.
wild. And I have a +0 on athletics.
Yeah, I
like,
know,
I
right?
know.
I'm not even athletic, but you know, she's feeling like reinvigorated because she's like, I'm young again.
Yep,
And
yep.
she's like, I told Strahd that bitch, like he came to bite me, but like got him, you know.
learned.
Yeah.
learned.
He
Don't
found
learn
out.
today.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
she's feeling
thank you,
really good
everybody.
today.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Please consider subscribing to the channel or following any of the other links to support us. Follow us on social media and all that good stuff. And if you're watching the recording, thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you're listening to the podcast, please leave us a review. They help with the algorithm, and we appreciate any feedback that we can get. Yeah, so again, thank you all so much. We will see you all next week for another episode of Ravenloft Misfits. So make sure to level up, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah.
Bye everybody.
Bye.